Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Me again, Shannon Fox here, the Road to Patriots 2 channel, and I've got lots of news for you. We got all kinds of stuff going on the news cycle this week, especially this morning. Now, everybody's been throwing a fit about a few things, especially the Republican parties have been blowing up. So Trump has put out a statement today that says, if you're going to be a part of my cabinet, you need to stop tweeting. You need to stop sending each other messages. We all need to be on the same page about everything. We can't have any infighting, blowing up on Twitter before we get any of these people confirmed. Doesn't make any sense for these people to be spouting their mouth off back and forth at this point, which may cost them the ability to get confirmed. And we all need to speak with one message, considering you're now working for the President of the United States. Sounds like a great idea to me. Should have done it a while back. May have stopped some of this infighting. But they've already come up with a solution yesterday. Last couple of days, a lot of people were really blowing up over Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and this H-1B visa situation. And most people's complaint on Twitter is we don't need any more immigrants. Well, that's actually a kind of a racist way to put it. Truth be known, people do not like the fact that our immigration system has been abused in the worst of ways. And when you hear about another visa program, our first thought is, oh God, here we go again. Some more, let some people in that probably shouldn't be putting forward the America First agenda, the America First workers. And I agree with that. I do actually see both sides of this, the coin on this particular issue. The right answer, the one I suggested, is let's fix the visa plan. Let's make it maybe 1% of the best in the world and get a free ride here to go to college or whatever it be, some kind of incentive plan for them. Elon Musk come up with a better plan. He said, how about we start charging where it costs more for the people from other countries to be brought in for these tech companies. That way, extra fees and things. That way, it is not cheaper for the tech companies to use Indian and Chinese labor to cut their own costs. And that's what it's boiling down to. The biggest fight as far as Silicon Valley is crying, because they want to be able to hire the Hindus and the Indians for less than half of what they pay us, because of the fact they're just happy to be in this country. And that's the whole game. But we do have a solution to all this. Trump's already going to have this in the works. Elon Musk has discussed it. They're already on the same page about it. I'll bring you a couple of clips about it. But first off, I want to talk about Mike Johnson. Little squeaky Mickey Mouse Mike Johnson. I don't like him. I think he's done his shitty 3 times in a row now. I'm counting. He signed off on Biden's infrastructure package. Should have never been brought to the floor. He kicked the CR down the street. Kicked the CR down the street again. Didn't fix the debt ceiling issue that Trump wanted in the package, but was willing to sneak an extra 1,400 pages of pork for the Democrats, including no prosecutions available. That's the one that pissed me off. In the package that Elon busted him on a week or so ago. Hopefully that will never happen again. We will never be able to get another bill snuck through, in theory. So hopefully Mike Johnson is on board. Now, I don't think Trump should keep Mike Johnson because he's weak, and it shows, and he's obviously listens to Hakeem Jeffries over talking to his own party. That was a bad move, Mike. You've done it twice that I know of personally. I can't stand the guy now. I just think he's America First while he's on TV. But when he's in those backdoor deals with Mitch McConnell and Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, they gang up on him, and this guy can't handle the heat or the fire. That's what I believe. I believe he may even be compromised because of his son. He's got a adopted son that's got a lot of legal issues. Maybe that's the ticket to keeping his son out of jail. I don't know. But Mike Johnson has changed since the day he got there and promised no more money for Ukraine, no more money for Biden. He done did it twice. Tried to do it to us 3 times, folks. This is not who we need as a leader, but right now we don't have a choice because we need to get Trump confirmed, which happens only 3 days, only happens just days after we get Mike Johnson confirmed. We got to get Trump confirmed in on January 6th. So we've always got the option to kick Mike Johnson to the curb at a later date. The next time he tries to screw us, because there's definitely better candidates out there, people that are more in line with our agenda. But here is a great idea from Miss Victoria Sparks. She's our Ukrainian Congress lady that She's Republican. I really like her. She's got a really strong voice. I listen to her quite a bit over on Forbes or on C-SPAN at these congressional hearings. And she's got an idea. She says, I'm not voting for Mike Johnson as is. I don't see how he is. What he needs to do is this. Check it out. She's got a good idea, actually. This is what Mike Johnson needs to do, and he needs to proclaim it before the entire Congress. So that way, when he tries to backpedal on it, they'll have his words in writing, hopefully signed off on, and hopefully, if he's a good Christian man like he's supposed to be, he won't lie to his conference when he signs this piece of paper, fills out this documentation, gives her what she wants, the assurance that he's going to not circumvent Trump's agenda. And that's all of us want. We want Mike Johnson to be on Team America first. And if he's not going to make it.
Our next guest says she is not committed in her vote for Johnson. GOP Congresswoman Victoria Spartz joins us now. Congresswoman, thanks for being with us right now. Why are you not committed to Speaker Johnson as the next Speaker of the House?
Well, I'll tell you, Will, I look at people's track record, and unfortunately, we will not be able to deliver on President Trump's agenda, as the same happened in 2016, because it has to be done legislatively if we don't have Speaker with the courage, vision, and a plan. And if Speaker Johnson wants to be a Speaker, then he needs to lay out that plan and commit to that plan, not like what he did last.
Yeah, don't just tell us you want to be Speaker. Lay out a format, a plan, a play-by-play, step-by-step list of everything you're going to do, what your agenda is for the year.
Year. He committed on the House floor to have a fiscal commission, so we have planned for that ceiling increase, which President Trump is right about. We have no plan. He was afraid to put it on the floor. He was afraid to put budget on the floor. Except post office bill, we could not accomplish anything. So I can give him a chance, but I would like to hear from him how he's going to be delivering this agenda and what plan he has, and he hasn't been doing it.
Okay, you're uncommitted. You say you can give him a chance, and you've laid out what you want to hear from him and some of your criticisms. I do need to ask you, though, about strategy. So if you do not commit to voting for Speaker Johnson, which, by the way, one more defection from Speaker Johnson would cost him the speakership, what do you expect to happen? Do you have a name? Do you have somebody that you would like to be Speaker?
I'm actually want to hear, what other people, and Speaker Johnson is not able to govern and is not actually willing to commit to do his constitutional duty. I'm not asking him to do anything beyond what Constitution asks.
She's telling him, do your effing job. You're not doing your job. You're not governing like a leader of the House.
We have a Titanic on the crash course with the iceberg, and our country fiscally is going to have a disaster. And this is a fault of Congress, not administration. This is our constitutional duty. If he's not willing to do it, then he's not worth to be a speaker. Any American can be a speaker, and right. I'm willing to hear other people too. But if Speaker Johnson, I said it again, if he wants to be a speaker, he needs to commit publicly how he's going to be fulfilling his constitutional duties. I'm not asking him go beyond what he has to do by Constitution and what structures we need to put in place to get out of this.
He needs to come up with an agenda, a plan, a list, a mission statement with details. That way we know that it's all going to get done. And instead of saying, we hope this gets done, we hope it comes before the floor. Well, she's done called him a coward 3 times, said he is obviously terrified to bring the budget before the floor. Why are you afraid to bring things before the floor? You afraid they'll get shot down and you'll look bad? Come on, man. This guy's a coward, and we're stuck with him at the moment, but he better get his shit straight pretty quick. And I think she's right. I think we need to have itemized list of things that are on the agenda for the Republican Party to help Trump this time. Trump shouldn't have to baby the entire Congress to get what he wants. They should have already been building legislation knowing that they are fixing to be in control of both chambers, and we want to pass all of Trump's agendas. They need to start working on building those bills and not be too afraid to mention them. The Democrats are not going to be in control in a couple of months, so what will be your excuse then, Mickey Mouse?
Mess.
I think I hear clearly what you hope, what you expect from Speaker Johnson in order to get your vote. But if he does not do what you want him to do in order to earn your vote, no one else has stepped up. So it leaves the House of Representatives with no leadership for some protracted period of time where Donald Trump is looking to be inaugurated within a few weeks.
Well, listen, I think there are a lot of other people are interested, but I think they don't want at this point to go to Speaker Johnson, and I think, Speaker Johnson needs to have a serious conversation, and I hope he will be able to have that conversation, including with President Trump, and convince him, because there are a few things also he didn't deliver for President Trump too, what he promised just recently, and he needs to be able to convince the American people that he's able to do it, and other members. So there are other people who, but right now, no one wants to step up and say, well, yeah, Mike hasn't been doing that great, but, we don't want to, since he's been
so I think that's notable.
What she's saying is there's a lot of people that are talking in the backroom deals and scratching their heads as to which one of them is going to run for Mike's job the first chance they get, because he has obviously failed us as a leader. That's what she's getting to. I agree wholeheartedly. Try to go a little faster with the rest of these folks. Like I said, I got lots to get into. We're doing an action-packed full of stuff going on today. Now, this lady right here, I've played her videos a couple times before. I guess I like her accent or something. I just think I like the way she talks. But as far as the whole Elon Trump H-1B visa deal, that's just a little speed bump in the road. MAGA needs to get over their differences, because we're not always all going to agree on everything. We're building the party to be bigger and better, and believe it or not, that does including some people that are middle of the road. Not necessarily we have to bend our policy, but we have to be sympathetic to where you come from as well. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are like, oh no, we can't put RFK Jr. in the cabinet. Oh no. I think he'll be a great addition. And I think Elon used to be a Democrat. Trump used to be a Democrat. Doesn't make them bad people, but it doesn't make them all have the exact same policies on everything. But the final rule that all these people know is that Trump's the boss. He's got the last say. So all this infighting going on about this little Mickey Mouse stuff, less than 20 days, folks, Trump will be back in office. And I couldn't put it any better than this lady right here about what's going on. This is good, so check it out.
For Elon and Vivek and lovely Laura Loomer, if I may, as an outsider and a little Brit all the way across the pond, 3 really important things. The first is that we just started winning really, really hard. And so what we don't need to do when we're just about to win is pick on some small detail and start scrapping like hell about it. If we want to have some fight about immigration, let's look to the southern border. HB1 visas are not the hill to die on. If you look from above and down, it's a small issue in the fight for the heart and soul of America. Number 2, anytime you find yourself or anyone in the MAGA movement hitting each other, you're looking the wrong way. You're looking inwards. We have to hold the line. We have to be shoulder to shoulder. We can think differently.
Oh. Apologize, folks. I just bumped my screen.
For Elon and Vivek and lovely Laura Loomer, if really hard. And so what we don't need to do when we're just about to win is pick on some small detail and start scrapping like hell about it. If we want to have some fight about immigration, let's look to the southern border. HB1 visas are not the hill to die on. If you look from above and down, it's a small issue in the fight for the heart and soul of America. Number 2, anytime you find yourself or anyone in the MAGA movement hitting each other, you're looking the wrong way. You're looking inwards. We have to hold the line. We have to be shoulder to shoulder. We can think differently. We can have different opinions about the import of skilled labour into America. But we need to hold the line with our different views, because this fight is so much bigger than all of us. And finally, and as a mother, I know this really well, Trump is about to get in behind the wheel and drive America forwards for things like energy independence, fighting back against the trans mafia, really important things. It's really hard to drive a car when the kids are fighting in the back, like driving along, trying to slap some calves to stop them. So if you wouldn't mind, just for now, sitting tight, let Trump get behind the wheel. Let's fight for the heart and soul of America, and let's do it as a broad church of people able to think different things but still get along and not call each other names on Twitter. Okay.
I like it. I like that lady. Bring you more of her videos in the future. This is just a little spot of good news as well. They're preparing to start drilling. Drill, baby, drill. Gas is expected to fall immediately. Starting in 2025, they're aiming at $2 a gallon. I love it. I love it. That'll be good for anybody that also has oil rights and stuff, and natural gas rights on their properties as well. They'll be getting paid again. All right, folks. There's several great clips here I want to bring to y'all today. I lost one. Alright, folks. Doing a little jumping around. I wasn't as organized as I was supposed to be when I got in here. It happens. Now, as we all know, Biden has been in the news this week, folks. Not once, but a couple of times. We now found out that there's newly released photos of Biden with Xi Jinping. They're now saying that Biden has received up to $27 million.
Now to this, we're seeing newly released photos of then Vice President Biden and Hunter Biden meeting Chinese President Xi Jinping and his son's Chinese business partners during a 2013 trip to Beijing. The photos proving Biden lied about never discussing business with his son.
I did not
That picture's worth 1,000 words.
know he was on the board of that company. I've never discussed my business or their business, my sons or daughters. I never discussed a single thing with my son about anything having to do with Ukraine. I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period.
No, he said never. Could this be the reason why the president issued a blanket pardon to his son right before leaving office? You know,
Of course it is. Now my question is who all is going to get pardoned as well? Now a lot of people are pissed off about this whole situation. We have now found out there was approximately 200 federal agents or people that worked in conjunction with the federal agencies on January 6th. And so as a part of that, right before Trump gets in office, none other than Mr. Graves, who is one of the lead prosecutors against all the J6 prisoners, is resigning before Trump gets in there because Trump's going to fire him, if not prosecute him. Have you heard this? This here is some breaking news as well, folks. I thought this was crazy. And this is Captain Clay Higgins.
It's movement, and the
Let me scroll this down just a little bit. It's a crazy 1-minute video, folks, but listen to the details of the number of agents.
Say that there were FBI assets in the crowd, in the building beforehand. What's the scale of this? Are you talking like 10, 20?
no. So real hard, objective, and conservative estimates would put the number of FBI assets in the crowd and inside at well over 200.
200?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the objective was to destroy the entire MAGA movement, to forever stain the patriotic fervor that was associated with the America First movement. And the establishment, both major parties, were determined to smash that out of existence, not just by defeating Trump, but by destroying the reputations of the movement itself.
That's crazy shit right there, folks. And that's the truth of the matter. So, Is Pelosi going to go to jail? Is Matthew Graves going to go to jail? I really hope so. Mike Davis from the Article 3 Project says, Laura, you're up, Matthew Graves. You violated the constitutional rights of America, 18 U.S.C. S-241. Nobody is above the law. Bridget Fitzpatrick, his hand-picked crony, can enjoy her 4 days as the acting D.C. U.S. Attorney. Justice is coming January 20th. So this guy resigned today. Matthew Graves. They're going to swear Trump in a few days, folks. I can't wait. It says, here's the great question. And did Matthew Graves and his USAO DC January 6th hack prosecutors secure their Biden pardons? Or could they not afford them? Very possible Biden is selling pardons at this point. And I hope Biden gets out of office before he commutes any more sentences, before he pardons any more Democrats. Because I want to see these people go to jail. These people that we have definite need to be culpable for their crimes. We have enough evidence 9 ways from Sunday to prove a lot of these folks are criminals, including Joe Biden himself. But this Matthew Graves is just another cog in the wheel of the evil people that work for the Department of Justice that have been henchmen as prosecutors and as judges to destroy lives. And that shit's coming to an end. We're fixing to fix it. And these folks are lawyering up. They're probably hiding their assets in their wife's accounts. They're probably relocating a lot of stuff because these folks will probably, some of them will lose their pensions behind this, if not go to jail. I'm praying for the latter. All right, last clip of the day, folks. I know it was a little bit of a jump around today. I wasn't very organized, but there was a lot of stuff going on. I figured I'd throw several things at you. But Trump's the boss. Everybody needs just to accept whatever Trump says. That's the final word. As far as his choice of policies. But we all definitely like the feedback that goes on over on Twitter. But as far as the infighting goes, it only took a day or two to sort it out. You're not going to destroy the MAGA party over an argument over visas. It's just not happening like that. So I got one last Dan's Covino clip here for you today, folks. But before I do that, I wanted to bring y'all one. No, I'll just bring you this one. Video's long enough. We'll do this one and call it a day.
Trump has left the building.
We can now project the winner of the presidential race. Donald Trump wins the presidency.
What started off as unlikely, impossible, is now reality.
I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
We have a president who actually fulfilled the promises he made during the campaign, securing the border to foreign policy.
He now has a record as president that's pretty damn impressive.
Breaking news out of Palm
The
Beach,
FBI
Florida.
has executed an unprecedented search warrant at President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The former president has both sides of the political aisle up in arms.
It is a dangerous and unstable moment in American history.
The Justice Department has just indicted former President Donald Trump.
For 7 years, they hated him, they targeted him, they hunted him.
This is the epitome of the abuse of the prosecutorial power to preempt political decisions.
I never thought anything like this could happen in America. The only crime that I have committed is to fearlessly defend our nation from those who seek to destroy it. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you. They're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way, and I will never be moving. On November 5th, 2024, justice will be done. We will take back our country, and we will make America great again. America will always rise to every challenge and overcome every danger.
Donald Trump seems to always get stronger when challenged. These types of things, I think, give him strength.
When I'm reelected, I will totally obliterate the deep state. as long as we have pride in our beliefs, courage in our convictions, and faith in our God, then we will not fail.
I agree. Like, subscribe, and share. The Road to Patriots. Hopefully you enjoyed today. A little bit screwy on the way I brought the broadcast. Didn't throw it all together as meshy like I normally like to. Didn't really have the time. But just wanted to let y'all know there's a lot going on, and it's all good stuff, folks. The party is coming together. We're getting ready to kick some people out of the country. We're on a countdown to getting Trump back in office. And the infighting is over. I think Laura Loomer's still a little pissy about the whole situation, but Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer probably now know today that Trump's the boss. He'll have the final say. And this infighting over the little stuff is probably going to be worked out in policy decision in the long run, so it's kind of useless anyway. That's what I got for you today. Everybody have a great one. Over and out.